Hello guys, welcome back to the Nether Challenge. As always, Duran Nighthawk here, excited to be back doing some fun stuff in the Nether. Once again, I'm starting an episode in the Room of Shame because I died last episode for you guys who caught it. Yeah, could have gone better. So we're up to something like 13 deaths. I don't know, it's kind of hard to keep track after a while. So I'll do the best I can. So anyways, on with today's episode. Today is going to be the fruition of many episodes of work. I'm really excited about it. It's going to be awesome. Probably, well, I think it's going to be awesome. Hopefully you guys will think it'll be awesome too. Last couple times you guys might have noticed that we struck out to the Nether, did some exploring and harvesting of stuff so that we could finally set up another farm. We got our Silk Touch pickaxe. Is that board gonna come off the wall? There we go. We went and got some overgrown netherrack, so that can go off the wall. Now the last part, time to farm. So let's go ahead and let's get started. Got a stack of overgrown netherrack, and we're gonna need some seeds, which we picked up. Some vanilla seeds, some chili seeds, some blackberry seeds, some blueberry seeds. All right. Now, I think I'm going to build this out here. And over in this large area that I've mostly left untouched with the exception of all this wildfire or hellfire or whatever. Go ahead and clear some of this out. You guys may be noticing it's really quiet here. Last episode I got really frustrated with just all of the mobs, just all of the time. I just couldn't do any work with them just constantly bothering me. So for right now, I've got it on peaceful so that we can just set this up in a reasonable amount of time. And at some point, I think what I'm going to do, rather than turning off Lycanites mobs, because I like having it on, it gives me some resources that you regularly wouldn't be able to get in the Nether. I'm just going to go through the config and tweak it a little bit. So let's go ahead and build us a farm back here. So this is going to be a little bit different just because we're not going to have water. We're not going to build a plot that has to be centered around a block of water so that the ground will be hydrated. We could kind of do whatever shape we wanted. There's holes there, whatever. That said, I'm just going to go ahead and do a 5x5, just because I can. It's kind of what I'm used to anyway, and it'll be good. It'll be great. So, plonk, plonk, plonk. There we go. We got our plot, another rack, and then we should just be able to do that. Be able to do that. Uh-oh. Why did it pop off? No! No! Oh, maybe it needs light. Is it light? I don't have any torches. Here, torch. Come here. Go over here. There. Is that... You good now? You guys gonna stay? Okay, I think we're in the clear. Whew! I was really worried. For a second I thought we were gonna need to hydrate them or something, which doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So, we'll just do that, and then I'm gonna grab another torch over here, just... Whoa, yep. So that's why I wanted to grab another torch, because we just lost our blackberry seed there. Cool. So now these guys can go ahead and grow. I don't know how long this is going to take, if this is like a really slow growth rate compared to regular dirt or whatchamacallit, the fertilized dirt. No idea. But just to kind of prove that this is actually going to work, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run inside and make a watering can. Okay, so for a watering can, boom boom, we need to make an empty watering can. Just requires some smooth stone, a bowl, and bone meal? Why? These recipes are the same, so you guess you don't need the bone meal? It seems a little silly. And there's a lot of blah blahs about it. Let's just do it without the bone meal. That sounds simple. So we'll grab some smooth stone. We'll grab... Do I have a bowl? I've got some bowls. Yeah. Okay, let's do this. Boop, boop. Do. And put a bowl in the center. Nope, that is not the center. There we go. peaceful mode only? Maybe we need to have the bone meal? Let's grab the bone meal. We'll play it safe. I should have some in mob drops. There we go. Yeah, maybe if you don't use the bone meal, then it's just a peaceful mode only one. Yeah, that looks right. Okay, so we got a watering can. Now, at the moment, it doesn't do anything. I'm hoping that if I go down here to our water tank, normally you need to fill it up with water, because that makes sense. Is this full now? Oh, poop. Oh, no, that wasn't me. It's still empty. We might not be able to use this then. Normally you have to fill the watering can up with water so that you can then pour water on stuff. And you apparently have to right click on a actual water source block, which we can't really do in the Nether at all. So that's tough luck. Let's run back out here with some bone meal instead. Okay, so if we bone meal you, bone meal you, bone meal you, and there we go. We got some wheat. Ta-da! Look at that, wheat seeds. And some wheat. And then if we go over here to the chili crops, we'll just grow some of that. Whoa. That's a lot of chilies on there. Got one chili for it, but, you know, that's a very representative image. Let's do a blackberry, too. Oh, it's already matured. Quick. And got blackberry. Bam. And let's do a blueberry. Bam. Alright, didn't get very many blueberry or blackberry seeds from it, but there you go. We officially have a farm in the Nether. I'll put a fence around this at some point to kind of make it safe when I finally turn it off peaceful mode and there are mobs running around. But for now, we're good. I'll just come back every once in a while, keep an eye on it, hopefully fill out this plot. Now, this is going to open up something really cool for us that it didn't dawn on me at first that I'd be able to do this, but now that we can grow things in the Nether, we can actually start doing some stuff with magical crops. Magical crops. There we go. So in a nutshell, if you're not familiar with magical crops, a lot of people think it's kind of cheaty, mostly because you pretty much grow anything that you want to do. You kind of have to use your imagination a bit for it. But if we go over here, okay, here's a bunch of the seeds that we'll be able to make now. You can make ghast seeds, magma seeds, skeleton seeds, copper seeds, lead seeds. Pretty much any resource you can think of, you can grow using magical crops. Now the trick for us that's a little bit limiting is you typically have to have the resource first. So let me see, let me find this. For example, ender seeds. We'd think that'd be a great way to grow ender pearls, except it requires 4 ender pearls to even make 1 seed. So that doesn't really help us produce too many new resources. However, dye seeds, okay, you make them using, I think you can use 4 of any dye. It kind of shows it as a combination of dyes, but we could probably just use bone meal because we have access to that. Then once we have these seeds, what we'll be able to get from them is called dye essence. There we go, here's our dye essence. Now if we go to use that, based on how you orient the dye essence in the crafting table is what dye you get. So 3 across the top is ink sacs, 3 across the middle is rose red, 3 bottom, cactus green, and so forth. So with these dye essence seeds, we could produce any type of dye, which is one of the things we haven't had access to before. So let's go ahead and get started on that. Go ahead and run inside and make this happen. Okay, so dye seeds. Let's pull up the recipe for that. For that, we're going to need a bunch of bone meal, which we've got. We're going to need a seed, which I'll need to go back outside and get at some point. And then we need weak essence. So in order to make weak essence, we're going to need to make a weak infusion stone. That seems a little unnecessary for a master infusion stone. And to make a weak infusion stone, you just surround a diamond with some essence dust. And that is simple. So just grab a diamond, We'll grab a stack of essence dust. Go around here. Bada bing. Bada boom. Okay. There's that. And then we need 4 of the weak essences. If we just surround it like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bam. Now I guess I need to run back out and grab that seed. Oops. Let me just grab that real quick. Okay, so went outside, grabbed the seed from the wheat, and now we should be able to make our first dye seed. Bang. So now if we run back outside and plant this, we'll be well on our way to making some dye, or making as much dye as we want. Now, one of the things I don't know about for sure is if by harvesting these dye seeds, it'll actually produce more. Oh, I can't even bone meal this. That stinks. I thought you could do that. Please? No? Okay, so I guess we can't speed up the growth of this with bone meal. I might see if there's some other way to speed up the growth. Oh, hey, chilies have grown a little bit. I guess these aren't growing up too slow then. That's a good sign. Yeah. So, because you can use magical crops to produce pretty much any resource, and eventually, if you use things like sprinklers or fertilizer to speed up it, you can create a lot really fast using it. And I know if these seeds were to act like normal seeds did, where once they're fully grown, they drop 3 or 4 other seeds, what that would mean is you'd only have to make the one beginner seed for like this dye crop, and then from that you could get tons of seeds. I think that it might be set so that it really only drops 1, and then on a very, very rare chance a second one. So in order for us to fill up a full plot of dye seeds, it would take a really long time using just this seed. So that encourages players to actually have to craft all of their seeds, and use the resources for that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab some more seeds here, some more regular seeds, and then try and make some more dye seeds, so we can get some more going here. Okay, so after a little bit of bone mealing and a little bit of crafting, we're back, and now we've got 6 dye essence seeds. So I'm just gonna plonk these down here, and I guess let them grow, because can't really use the watering can, and they're not going very quickly. No idea how long this is gonna take, but we did it. We've got a farm. That's a mission accomplished. And there's some other really cool things that might try and set up with this. Now, when I was looking through magical crops, not all of the seeds require what they produce to make the seed, if that makes any sense whatsoever. For example, so blaze seeds, I'm pretty sure, produce blaze rods, and they require blaze seeds. The ender seeds we were looking at produce ender pearls. They require ender pearls. There are some that are a little bit different. So cow seeds, they require leather instead of cows. I guess that one, yeah. Creeper seeds require gunpowder, although those produce gunpowder then, I guess. The one I want to capitalize on actually is spider seeds. I think this will produce string, or maybe it'll produce spider eyes. I guess that would make sense. I don't know. I'll try it at some point. It'd be really cool to have string production through this, if that's in fact what it does. Slimes. Most of the time, this isn't going to help produce things we don't already have, with the exception of the dye essence stuff. So, now, I think the next thing I'm going to try and set up is some way to auto-farm this. Dramatic music plays in the background. That was appropriate. There's a number of ways to automatically farm things in Minecraft nowadays. It used to be just like one, or I guess it used to be just like pistons and things like that. But now there's a bunch of different mods that you can use to auto-farm. There's a couple that we can rule out almost right away. First is typing, because I fail at typing. First is rotary craft. Still need to work on finding a way to get clay, because the work table is pretty much the centerpiece of everything that you craft in rotary craft, and it requires bricks. Yep, every single one. Oh, that's funny. You can make what? Why can't you make a work table in a work table? That's weird. Anyway, so it requires bricks, which requires bricks. It requires brick. A singular brick. And those require clay. Bricks, clay. Bricks and sand. Okay, so clay. Now, if we could set this up. This is magical crops. Water essence and earth essence. We could get clay. Let's see. Earth seeds. Earth seeds require dirt, weak essence, and seeds. Still haven't found out a way to get dirt. That's something I've been thinking. Earth essence, that's exactly what we're trying to make. I still haven't found a way to make it. I've played around with plant balls, and maybe at some point I'll come up with an idea, but at this point I got nothing. So I completely lost what I was doing. Oh, right, I was talking about rotorcraft. So yeah, rotorcraft probably, at this point, as far as I know, still not possible. Another option is Mine Factory Reloaded. They've got these nice planters and harvesters and ranchers, all this fun stuff. Let's look at the harvester. The reason we can't do Mine Factory Reloaded is because of plastic sheets. Ooh, excuse me. Plastic sheets require raw plastic, which require either rubber bars or rubber, which requires rubber trees. And there's some rubber saplings. I don't know. Ooh, sacred rubber sapling. Cool. I don't know of a way to get those in the Nether. I haven't seen one randomly drop, and I don't know of any other way to make rubber at the moment. So I'll keep looking into it. That's kind of cool. But yeah, not for today. But this is actually one of the older forestry. I can type one of the. I feel like it's one of the older methods of farming, and that's to set up a multi-block farm using forestry. What you basically need are a lot of these farm blocks, which require copper, stone, slabs, tin electron tubes. Okay, we can do that. We've got tin and redstone. It requires a thermionic fabricator, which is here. That's just gold, glass, chest, and bronze, all of which we have, so we could make that. That's good. We already have a carpenter, which I forget if we need it for anything in this. We might. Let's see, what are some of the other prerequisites? We'll need a gearbox, which is just tin and a farm block. We can do that. We'll need a farm hatch, which is just trapdoor tin. Okay, a lot of tin. And a valve we can do. We'll need water, which we can set up. We already have infinite water. Now, there's a couple things I'm not sure about. I don't know how this farm will interact with the overgrown netherrack. It may not recognize it, and it may just refuse to plant or harvest it. I guess there's really only one way to find out. Yeah, so we'll see. The other thing I'm not sure about is you need to have fertilizer for this one to work. And usually it's in the form of apatite. Apatite. Okay, so here's our apatite. Apatite ore. Okay, you get it through either bees or apatite gems for rotorcraft, which we can't do, or from harvesting these apatite ores. Okay, so I don't see another version of this, so that's a problem. Now, fertilizer. Okay, there's a couple of fertilizer. There's a forestry fertilizer, which is actually what we would want to use. That's apatite and sand. Apatite gem, and ash is another way of making it. Concentrated compound in sand, is that something we can make? I have no idea how to make that. Okay. Or that in sand. So that's not looking good. Now, this might be an option. Sand, except for dirt. Sorry, just kidding. Okay, so that fertilizer is no good. Now, what about the IC2 fertilizer? We don't have scrap. Oh, never mind. Can we make scrap? I don't even know how to make scrap. I've never made it before. We do industrial fertilizer. We could probably make this. I don't know if we can use it. Ooh, magic fertilizer. Is that? We might be able to use that for something. This will be something I think I'm going to test out before I make it here in this series. It takes a lot of work to make all those farm blocks and get it to the right size and lay it out, and I'd hate to make the whole darn thing only to have no way of making fertilizer. So I'm going to double check this before next time and see what we can do. So I guess this should wrap it up for today. This is a pretty short episode, although honestly we got a lot done just getting this farm set up and whatnot. This has been a successful episode of farming, and there'll be plenty more to come. Thanks for watching. As always, please don't forget to click the like button. Drop a comment if you've got some thoughts or ideas. I love hearing ideas about things to do or ways to make my life easier in the Nether. So, till next time, this has been Duran Nighthawk. See you next time. Bye.